What up, everybody? In Raising Kanan Season 4, Episode 2, Snaps and Pop Henry questioned Kanan's loyalty. And if we only looked at his actions from raising Kanan through OG power, it does look like Kanan has loyalty issues. But if we were to look beneath the surface, we would see that there's more than what meets the eye. Because when it comes to Kanan, his loyalty often comes with betrayal by the person that he's loyal to. Starting out with Kanan's relationship with Rock, because this is the origin of Kanan's loyalty and the betrayal that cuts the deepest. And when Snaps and Pop were addressing Kanan's loyalty, they also brought up his relationship with Rock, saying that it's clear that his devotion to his mother is suspect in best. In Season 1, Kanan was crazy loyal to his mother, with even an ignorant zeal about him, shooting buck 20 over corners that he thought belonged to his mother, explaining to her that waving that flag for her is what he does. Then he falsely accused Scrappy of being involved in the stash getting robbed. Kanan was so loyal to Rock, he even put a bullet in Detective Howard at her command with no questions asked. Then Kanan found out that Rock had been lying to him his whole life about who his father was. And to make things worse, he only caught her in more lies after that as she continued lying to him. This is why he wanted nothing to do with his mother at the point in time he met Snaps and Pop. But at the end of the day, being loyal to Rock is why he killed Ronnie. So even after all that they had been through, at that point Kanan was still devoted to Rock enough to choose his mother over his business partner Ronnie and the opportunity to receive $500,000 if he were to betray her, only for Rock to betray Kanan again at the same time when she killed his father right in front of his face. So Kanan has plenty of reason not to be devoted to his mother. And concerning not being loyal to his business partner, what choice did he have when his business partner took a shot at his mother without even talking to him about it first? And the fact he wanted Rock dead. Kanan made the call most people would make in this situation, choosing his own mother over his business partner. Not to mention that Ronnie recruited Kanan in the first place because he already had an operation up and running and somewhat pressured him to work with them. Then even looking at Kanan's relationships outside of the conversation with Snaps and Pop, like his relationship with his best friend since he was 4 years old, Famous, for example. And we'll see the same pattern of loyalty and betrayal. He was so loyal to Famous that he stole from his own mother's operation to help Famous pay for an apartment. This could be looked at as disloyalty on Kanan's part to his mother, but when he started doing this was after he already started learning the truth. Not to mention Kanan was doing what he thought was right by his own moral code, stealing from his mother out of her abundance to make sure that his best friend wouldn't be homeless. And Kanan doing the right thing out of his own moral compass is another pattern that we'll also see. Just like he felt like killing Ronnie to save Rock was the right thing to do. And just like Rock and Ronnie, Famous also ended up betraying Kanan by allowing Rock to put a gun in Kanan's backpack and take a bribe not to say anything to him. This caused Kanan to get in trouble for bringing a gun to school, and it all could have been prevented if Famous would have just told Kanan what Rock did. And when he did come clean, it was too late. The betrayal had already taken place, and Kanan put Famous out of his apartment because he couldn't trust him anymore. Kanan taught Ghost and Tommy that there's no friends in the streets. This was after being betrayed by his mother, his best friend, and his business partner, and whoever else he could be betrayed by between where we are now on the timeline and when he tells this to Ghost and Tommy. Possibly he could be betrayed by a female next, because technically he already has been betrayed by a female also. He just doesn't know it. Because like I mentioned how he blamed Scrappy for the stash house robbery, it was actually his girl Davina who gave Unique the information. Getting me to the OG Power timeline, where again, if you just look at his actions, it seems like Kanan is a disloyal guy. But again, if we look beneath the surface, there's more than what meets the eye. Starting off with the whole reason why Kanan stopped being loyal to Ghost and attacked his organization from behind the shadows. This is because Ghost, a kid that Kanan raised up himself, and Jukebox even said that Kanan loved Ghost, betrayed him, and sent him to prison for 10 years, separating him from his son at a crucial point in Sean's life. So again, sticking with the pattern, Kanan was loyal to Ghost until Ghost betrayed him, and this was one of the biggest betrayals in Kanan's life, right up there with Rock's lies and her killing his father. Then looking at Kanan's relationship with his own son, Sean, and how he killed him. Again, it would seem like there's a lack of loyalty. But like Kanan told Jukebox and Tariq, Sean wasn't loyal and chose Ghost, Kanan's enemy, over him. Because once Sean went after Ghost and didn't finish the job, Kanan's entire plan to take Ghost down was exposed, and Kanan was now the one in danger. That's why he was paranoid at the restaurant with his gun. And maybe Kanan did go overboard, killing his own son, but in addition to that, Sean ran his mouth to Kanan, causing Kanan to lose his temper, and at that point in Kanan's life, he just killed out of instinct. Also looking at Kanan's relationship with Andre Coleman. Kanan saved Dre's life in prison, put him on in the drug game, only for when he thought Kanan was dead to go working for Ghost, the man he knew sent Kanan to prison for 10 years, and also the man who tried killing Kanan, leaving him for dead in a burning building. Again, just like all of Kanan's other relationships, there's a pattern of loyalty and betrayal. Getting me to Kanan killing his own cousin, Jukebox. This could easily be looked at as Kanan not being loyal to his own cousin, who was practically raised next to him like a sister. But again, this is where Kanan's own moral compass kicked in at, because at the end of the day, one of the main reasons why Kanan killed Jukebox was to save Tariq. Then where did that loyalty, saving Tariq's life, get him? Kanan's loyalty to Tariq is ultimately what got him killed. The same pattern of loyalty and finally being betrayed one final time to death. But even in Kanan's final minutes alive, he had his chance to get revenge on Tariq. But again, it was his own moral code where he chose to let Tariq live. This is going back to what Jukebox told Kanan when he was crying watching a movie in season 2. She told him that was the best part about him, the part that cares, for him to never lose that. And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.